is it best to have your email call to action as a PS or at the beginning, the middle? Where do you usually put your call to
Yeah.
action?
It really depends on length and intention. But I think I just recently said, I halfway believe it, that the only reason to have a PS is so you can have an additional call to action.
Ooh.
I will almost always, sometimes, like I said, I'm crazy. I just sometimes be doing things to amuse myself and nobody else cares. But so I break my own rules. But I usually have more than one call to action in an email. If I'm trying to get you to buy something, I will have one in somewhere near the middle. After you had a chance to build up uh, the reason for you to take action.
Right.
There's a call to action in the middle, and then there's another one at the end, and then there's another one in the PS. So I normally do
Mm.
something like that. If it's a super short email, I still put 2 in there. And if it's a longer email, 3, maybe 4.
Oh
It's
man.
weird. I think for a while we were penalized for having too many CTAs in an
Oh,
email.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's some years ago, but I haven't found any problems with that within the last couple of years. But an important point. They all need to be, if you're trying to sell something. If you're sending an email out that's really like a roundup kind of email where you're saying here's the stuff, the content that I did this week. You know,
Right.
I had an Instagram reel that was crazy, and I had a YouTube video you got to check out, and there's a blog
Right.
post and my podcast. You can have 4 different things, but if you're trying to sell something, all of your CTAs are pointing to the exact same thing. Just have
Mm.
one thing I need you to do in this email. So your whole email is building up to get them to do that one thing. Click to see any one of the CTAs that you like now, but click to go to that sales page or that order form or whatever.
I love that. And then you're not splitting hairs as far as like what you
Right.
wanted people to do. You don't have to check like a bunch of link click-through rates to see, like you can really kind of
Right.
add them all up, which I like.
Yeah. And depending on what you're using, you know, you can see start to watch where people are clicking, and that will help you understand what resonates with people. Again, we're talking about getting to know your people.
Right.
Oh, a lot of people click this one. Why do they click that one? And then you play around with that data.
Right. I love that.